Hello there guys, it's Ebird Online and I'm here today with a special on Emiliy and Sasha. And so this is 90 Day Fiance, Season 7, Episode 9, I Don't Have a Choice. And today I'm going to be having a bit of a delve into the relationship of Emiliy and Sasha. Just before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and don't forget to click the like button and follow me on Twitter at Mbird99. So this week we see a scene in which Sasha is talking to both Emiliy's sister and Emily's mum. So I wanted to go into this week's episode with Emiliy and Sasha in a bit more detail because I think we finally find out the full history of Sasha's previous relationship and obviously how each relationship came about. But I also think we find out why Emiliy has the reasoning skills of a child at kindergarten. So when we first catch up with them, we see Sasha, Betsy, Emily's sister, and her mum all sitting round, and Sasha opens a bottle of wine, otherwise known as truth juice. And Betsy asked, "Did you used to drink when you were younger?" And he looked slightly uncomfortable and he said, "Why'd you ask me that?" And she said, "I'm just trying to get to know you." But then Sasha reminds us that Emiliy hasn't told her sister Betsy the full down low on Sasha, his ex-wives and his other children, and his cheating. So you can tell that Sasha doesn't feel at ease with her. And Sasha's mum sits there and she's just smiling. She looks quite happy in fact. And then Betsy asks, "Have you thought about the wedding yet, Sasha?" And he says, it's day number 4. I mean, yes, we know we have to do it, but it's early days. And she asked if his parents were coming. No, they won't be able to. It's super difficult to get a visa to come to America if you're from Russia. Sasha, it probably is. But much like with baby David, you do need to actually apply for one. And we know you failed once in this task before. And Betsy said, "Oh, so they're not coming. Do your parents like Emiliy?" And Sasha said straight away, "Yes, they absolutely love Emiliy. In fact, Emily's the first fiance that I've had that they actually like." And as soon as he said this, Emiliy's mum starts smiling and she's got a big broad smile across her face. The smile, however, didn't spread to Betsy. And she said, "Is it because Emily's American?" And Sasha said no. And at this point, mum starts chuckling and laughing. She's really enjoying this conversation. She's enjoying hanging out with Sasha. And then Betsy asked the $64 million question. She said, "When you've been married previously, were your wives pregnant first?" And you could tell Sasha was sunk. He looked really uncomfortable and really shifty. And he said, "Well, the babies came first they were pregnant, and then we had the wedding, and then the babies came." Suddenly, Emiliy's mum wasn't laughing anymore. The smile was wiped off her face. And Betsy nodded knowingly. And Sasha said, "I understand it's your opinion, but you don't know me very well." It's not opinion actually, Sasha. It's a fact that you meet someone, you impregnate them, you marry them, they have your baby, and then you divorce them. And that seems to be your modus operandi. Betsy takes another healthy sip of truth juice. And as the wine began to flow, Betsy was a little bit less whispering angel and a bit more shouting devil. And she asked Sasha, "Do you have marriage vows?" And he was like, "What? What are marriage vows?" "It's like a commitment. Marriage is a lifetime commitment. Do you know what a promise is?" "Oh, well, of course I know what a promise is. We did this in Russia at my weddings. I made promises then." "And how'd that go for you?" "I think Emiliy's expiration date is June. And how will this time with my sister be any different?" And Sasha carefully explains that Emiliy's totally different. How's she different, Sasha? "Well, she doesn't look like the others." Sasha, stop with the lies. We've only seen one of your ex-wives, but she looked very similar to Emiliy. She was petite, she's fairly pretty, and she's blonde. And unless Marsha's had radical reconstructive facial surgery in between divorcing you and us seeing her on the show, they look pretty much alike. They're of a type. And at this point I'm starting to realise Sasha doesn't know what the truth is. So the next time we catch up with them, Emiliy informs us we're 6 days in living with Betsy. Sasha gets in and he's been shopping. He's got fruit, vegetables and salad. "If I make a salad, would you like some?" he asked Betsy. And Betsy said yes, why not? And then Sasha opens the cupboard and starts throwing away potato chips and different types of food. And Betsy said, "You cannot throw away food." Sasha said, "You can't call this food." Betsy informs them that she's bought this for Emiliy because Emiliy needs calories because she's feeding Sasha's baby. And Betsy also says Emiliy can eat what she wants. And Sasha just kept on saying, it's junk food, it's junk. So Emiliy goes in to try and split up the argument. "Good luck, Emiliy." And she takes a bag from Sasha and says, "These are made from vegetables." "Oh, Emiliy, French fries are made from vegetables as well. It doesn't mean they're good for you now, does it?" And Sasha said, "You didn't used to eat this food in Russia, so why are you eating it now?" Sasha, can the Ebird have permission to speak? Thank you so much. Emiliy didn't eat this in Russia because they didn't have it. the first thing anyone does when they've been travelling or living away from home is goes back home and eats all their favourite food, the things that you haven't had access to whilst you've been travelling. After I finished university, I lived in Hong Kong and China, and although they have chocolate, there's some sort of additive they put into the chocolate to stop it from melting. Obviously it's really hot there, and it gives it a really waxy kind of texture, and I didn't like it at all. So before I went, I used to eat chocolate more or less every single day, and I thought I was addicted to it. As soon as I moved to Hong Kong, I didn't eat chocolate again for almost a year, so I thought I'd broken the addiction. I came back to the UK, and guess what? Day one I started eating chocolate again, and I've never looked back. And that's why Emily's eating potato chips, because she has a favourite brand again. And I think that Sasha's such a megalomaniac that he can't see the point in letting Emily eat a little bit of junk food and a mainly healthy diet. He just wants her to have none at all, and he'd rather remove it from the house than have her be tempted. And he tells producers he doesn't want junk food in the house. He says he wants Emily to look healthy and feel healthy. I think, Sasha, you want Emily to look healthy. I don't think you like her weight gain. You couldn't wait to get her into the gym, even though she'd just had a cesarean. You were there having her do squats, as if you can do squats and lunges when you've just had a cesarean. Personally, I'd really love to see Sasha's so-called personal training certification. I've got a feeling it's going to be along the same lines as Tanya's qualifications for administering herbal remedies. And then Betsy said, neither one of you have jobs at the moment, so it's completely stupid to throw away food. And Sasha said, this food is trash and it should be in the trash. And Betsy shouted, that's rude, you deserve the trash. And then Sasha starts moaning to producers, I feel trapped. I can't do anything that I want. I'm not free. Anything I want to do, I have to run it past Betsy first. You don't. You just can't throw food away, and you just can't manipulate her younger sister in her presence. That's more like it. And then he said, I'm not free. I'm in a prison. Every day is getting worse. And Sasha says, we're leaving. And he picks up baby Dave and off they go upstairs. And Betsy said, you can't have Sasha tell you what to do and what to eat. And Emily said he only does it from a place of love. And Betsy tells her that's what every single person in an unhealthy relationship says. Then what should I do, Betsy? Send him back. And then Emily decided, I think we should move out because I don't want us to start to hate each other, but I know you're not getting on with Sasha, and before it gets really sticky, we'll start to look for somewhere else. And Betsy then tells Emily, no matter what happens, if you split up with Sasha, I'll be here for you, and I'll be here for baby David. And I think that's the best thing that she can do at the moment, because there's a very high probability it will go wrong. I think that he'll manage to last it the 2 years that he needs to in order to get his green card, but I think certainly at the 2-year point, he's going to be gone. So at least Emily knows she has somebody else she can rely on. So guys, tell me what you think. Do you think Sasha is going to be super controlling? And also, why do you think Emma's so weak in the face of Sasha? So one thing I did want to talk to you about was my take on Emily and where she's got her dimwittery from. So today I drew the not unreasonable conclusion that she's got it from her mum. Earlier, as Betsy was talking to Sasha actually stated, it's the first one of my fiancés that my parents have actually liked. Well, when we heard this, didn't we all think, that's a terrible thing to say, because you're saying this about the mother of your children? But not Emily's mum. She smiled like a Cheshire cat. She was very happy to hear that statement. Now I know you might be proud of your daughter, but it would still pose potential red flags about her new partner. And the only time the smile was wiped off her face was when she realised that Sasha had a pattern of meet, impregnate, marry and malign. Meet, impregnate, marry and malign. Meet, impregnate, marry and malign. And we all remember a couple of weeks ago when Sasha was making comments about her mum's figure, and he gave her a little conspiratorial wink, and she really enjoyed that wink. Today she said, are you older and wiser now? Yeah. Are you going to make better decisions? Yeah, I thought as much. No, he's not older and wiser. He's just as ridiculous as he's always been. The most reliable indicator of future behaviour is past behaviour. And then finally she tells producers, I don't care what Sasha's past is, what matters is Emily and the baby and how he treats her. And this level of idiocy was too great to inhabit one body. It had to pass on to somebody else, and who better than Emily? And in Emily, the idiocy has found a really good home. So it looks like Sasha and Emily are on the move. Do you think they can make it? Do you think he'll put in his 2 years and skip off? And do you think that Emily has caught the idiot bug from her mum? Please put your comments down below. You know I love to answer them and I love reading through and chatting with you guys. Thank you so much to everybody that's already subscribed to my channel. If you haven't, click the red button, and I'll be back very soon with some more great content. And come and join the fun over on Twitter. Follow me on Ebird99. You've been listening to Ebird Online. Ciao for now.